to the Mommy and
Me Show! Welcome to the show, everybody!
Okay, my eardrums just exploded. What else has exploded on your lap?
Free Comic Book Day.
Yes, the first Saturday in May is Free Comic Book Day, where comic book companies, stores decide to pay the comic book companies or someone. Diamond Publishing, I think, is the main one that actually does the paper copies, and they distribute them for the young and old. So how was your experience about it?
Awesome.
What made it awesome?
I got a lot of comics.
Well, let's hear about them.
I got Sonic the Hedgehog, we did about a few episodes ago.
So we talked about Sonic, not the video game, but Sonic Hedgehog 2. And now, what's the title on this one?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wouldn't the title be in the front page?
Yes.
So that's all it is, right?
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog. What characters? Is it all the same characters or?
Same characters.
Okay, so very popular for the young. You even went to Dave & Buster's for a birthday party and lost Sonic stuffies out there, right?
Yeah.
Like I like to say, stuffed animals. What else did you get?
I also got Spider-Man and Venom.
Ooh, now is that for the kids section?
Yes.
All right. Okay, and then did you read that one yet?
No.
No. Ooh, okay.
Voices.
Voices from Marvel. So yes, they're free comic books even from the Marvel industry. What characters are in Voices in Marvel? I see Black Panther. Who else do you see?
The new girl from Doctor Strange.
America Chavez. I love that t-shirt.
And Black Panther.
That's right? And it seems like a whole bunch of other characters.
And Miles Morales as Spider-Man.
Doesn't it seem like Shang-Chi is there too?
Oh, and Shang-Chi.
Yeah, it looks like it's a whole bunch of different folks. Beautiful. And yes, Miles Morales is there. And other ones too. And then what else did you get?
Skip one of my comics because this would be pretty much appropriate. I think.
Okay, so yeah, so why don't we finish with the kids ones and then I'll talk about the adult or teens one.
I just tried this one out and I thought it would be really good.
Which one is it? What's the title of it?
Max More.
That is a very interesting enunciation, but Max Meow, which also has some books out there. Have you ever read Max Meow?
No, but I was just going to try it out.
So that's a great way for free comic books for kids. Really, you don't have to pay no admission fee or anything. You get a comic, get on there. If a kid has difficulty, it's a great way to start reading. Remember, these are graphic novels, so it's cool all over the U.S. And what else did you get?
I also got Jenny and the...
Is that Jonah? Jonna?
Jonah.
Yeah.
And the Impossible Monsters.
That's interesting.
Fuzzy Baseball Greatest Hits.
So Fuzzy Baseball, right in time for baseball season. This going right into the summer. And there was one I said for you to get for my beautiful godson. Which one did you get?
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
So it has Rhino in there, and it's a coloring book. Cool. And there's also some non-coloring, like it's already colored too. So it's a little bit of combo of a lot of different things. So we went to a variety, right, of different places. We went into some in San Francisco, some in Pacifica, some new places, and some that have been really old. So we should give, where the first comic book store that I went to besides getting them from a friend? Do you want to know?
Yes.
It was Amazing Fantasy on Irving Street. Ask for Frank. Tell him he's amazing. He's so wonderful down on Irving Street. Mm-hmm. We also went to Mission Comics down on Mission Street in San Francisco as well. There's a brand new one. Oh my God, I don't know the name of it with cherries on it. Do you remember the name of it? The one on 16th Street?
I was calling it Cherry Comic Book Club.
Cherry Comic Book Club. Brand new place, so definitely check them out. And then we also went to the Art Import Coastside Comics in good old Pacifica, and you get some great fresh ocean waves from the Pacific Ocean as well too.
Yes, but let's continue without the comic books.
No, we haven't even talked about, well, you mean continue with the comics. This episode is about Free Comic Book Day in May. So what else do you have in front of you?
I have Street Fighter Masters. It's the 35th anniversary.
And then that one is based on, for those who've never heard of Street Fighter, it's based on a
video game.
That's right. And there's one that's coming out in the movie theaters pretty soon. Dwayne Johnson's going to be
Legion of Super Pets.
Great. And then you started reading that already, right?
Yeah, I read it. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. So are you getting a little bit more excited about the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Right. And if you don't know what that is, basically think of DC Comics, Superman, Batman, who else? What other main characters are there? Like superheroes. Is Flash in there?
Yes.
Wonder Woman there? So they all have their own pets who are in this movie. So that's something cool. Like if you love Teen Titans Go, this may be another cool one coming out July 29th. Yeah, coming out really soon. And then there's one that did have a live action movie, but I truly love Nickelodeon's, you name it,
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No, did you like Avatar better or Kara better?
What?
Kara was the sequel after Avatar. Like this is when Kara was the next Avatar, right after
Avatar.
After she worked with the previous one, so she was the next Avatar in the series. So I think if you forgot about it, do you just like the regular Avatar?
Yeah.
Okay, and did you read the comic yet?
Yep.
Okay, now should I go on to the teen section right now?
Yep.
All right, so now for those of you and say some parents and guardians, you may like this too. The Best of Archie comic ever is out. It will you know about those teenagers always getting into trouble. Buffy the vampire, so you love vampires. She is back again, causing trouble, all with her friends, with their hefty bats and their crazy situations.
It's really crazy.
Crazy. And also one that was a classic on Netflix that's coming back again and got into the comic books, Stranger Things. Did you watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
As your mother, I should know this. Yeah, so are you excited about the next Stranger Things?
Yes.
You are. Hopefully it's good. I think it's the last one. And now for the ones and adults, I'm just going to talk about, I won't go into details, but just know there's a lot of heavy duty topics. Oh, but before I forget, there is also Ninja Mutant Turtles, which we only saw at Mission Comics. So that was cool that we got that. Then there's also the Three Stooges. This is an old classic. Like your grandparents were like little kids. There's also Dark Crisis. Ooh, it looks pretty dark with DC. Yes, you have Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, and younger ones. It's called Special Edition, Judgment Day. My God, am I boring you or are you getting jealous? But there's also some other cult classics. Blade Runner Origins, if you like the movie. The Bone Orchard, Pythos, The Prelude. Know nothing about it. Looks a little horror. And the super violent, super crazy, The Boys. Yes, the Prime Video is a lot better than the comic book. Even a lot of comic book owners would agree. An interesting one for those who come from blended or divorced families, I highly recommend checking out It Won't Always Be Like This. It talks about a girl's journey of who mainly stays with her mom, but she gets to spend some time with her dad. And guess what? There's a new lady. There's a good conversation about that, and knowing that it could be an open opportunity to grow in together. Now you have something else that you just grabbed from the back. What did you grab?
I grabbed more comics because I forgot about them.
All right, so let's bring it to the fun, youthful, non-violent one for the young ones.
So this one is called Get Drawn in Scholas.
Okay, so Scholastic, if you know, it has they have a mega activity book out there. So so really, if you missed it this time, do know the first Saturday in May, get out there. there, plan the attack, and have a fun day. And what else did you get?
I got Bagon.
This is it looks like Carriers based on a novel, right? With a lot of warrior owls.
And enemies.
Ooh, this looks like schoolmates who are not good friends.
And Owlie. The Way Home.
So that's been around in comic books for a while. So maybe your kid doesn't want a big novel. Maybe you don't want to lug that big book. This gives you a great way to say, hey, let's get something a little bit inexpensive. Check this out. Unfortunately, it's hard to have comic books at the library, but this is a way to create your own library. What do you think, Aaron Michael?
Yes.
And then what else do you got there?
I got DC made this, but I'm not sure what it is.
It's called The Galaxy and the Prettiest Stars. So sometimes there will be some cool artwork. So maybe you're not much of a reader, but you love looking at the art.
Next one, Halloween.
Is it Halloween? Let me see. Ooh, so based on the comic book known as Hollow. Ooh, another scary one. But kid appropriate, right? That's all, because they only allowed you. How many comic books did most of the comic book stores allow you to grab?
Pretty much everyone gave me about about 1,000.
Yeah, so about no. Mission Comics, thank you very much, said kids could get as many as you want. Pretty much everywhere said adults could only get 3. You can't just grab extra. Makes sense. Want to not be greedy. Mission Comics, if you did a donation for 826 Valencia, a national program to help to create more future artists, poet, authors from you. Great program to volunteer in. Also, they have a scholar match program for high schoolers for getting money. What else did you get as you're trying to ruin my car vanity mirror? What else?
No, I'm trying to fix it, but at the Cherry Club comic book club, they let the grown-ups have 7.
What? No wonder why Mateo took so long. It's like, I want to take my time. Yeah, parking's a little bit hard at Cherry Book Club. There's public transportations close by. Amazing Fantasy, same deal. But there's Golden Gate Park that's so close by. Great restaurants around Cherry Comic Book Club, as well as Amazing Fantasy. Of course, if you're going out to Pacifica, you need a car to get out there to Coastside Comic Books. And then, of course, what was the last comic book store that we went to? Do you remember?
We still got 3 more comic books left. Now look at that.
Oh, my apologies. Go ahead. Let's learn about the Guardians
of the Fashion.
Fukushima. What's on the cover?
A dragon and pretty much a fish and all stuff.
Oh, so if you love dragons and
Guide to Collecting Comics.
Ooh, so in your room, you actually have a container made out of cardboard box, and you put them in sleeves. So there's something, a collectible like Clementine based on the Walking Dead video game. Very hard to get. Yes, thankfully for our producer, Fonseca at FonsecaShow.com, who's also the producer for your Nerd Side podcast, Side Counseling podcast, and the College Number 4 All podcast.
And the Fonseca Mama and Me Show podcast.
Oh my God. Yeah. So based on that, let's wrap this up. Tell us your last combo.
We haven't wrapped it up because this is the adult one.
Oh, this is the adult one? Are you sure? That's right. So it's interesting. So parents and guardians, I'm looking at Marvel characters. Captain America's on here, right? Iron Man, and many others. And it says Judgment Day. So just because it's a Marvel character, just like our previous podcast for Doctor Strange, don't assume it's kid friendly, right? And then also check the maturity of your kid. Sometimes comic book artists, or store owners may say, yes, is this too violent or not? My other son, shout out to Andre, who's coming home next week from college.
Yes.
Very excited about that.
I'm very excited about it too.
And one of the things that's key for Andre is that he wanted to see around Aaron Michael's age, Lock and Key. And they said, no. And I said, okay. Didn't know anything about it. Totally regretted it. Did we watch Lock and Key on Netflix last Mother's Day?
Yes.
We did. Was it too violent?
No.
Not too crazy, right? So you